Because I feel that people over a period of time, people change. People should evolve. We are organic, we are not static. And when people change, their preferences will change as well. So, how willing then again you are to change with that person too. So, how much do we know each other? That is, I think, is the question.
Yeah, that's the question, certainly, isn't it? I mean, how much do you know each other? How much do you know yourself? How much do you wish to know? So, do you have a growing hunger to, a growing, bolte na, khujli, to learn more about each other? The itch, right? Never really goes. So, I think the greatest gift as young parents, anyone young parents are watching, is never ever subdue the itch in a child. If he or she asks questions, even if you don't have the answer, promise them that you'll find someone who does. All right. So never ever lose your spark of curiosity and never lose the ability to have fun.
It is about finding out what is boredom for you. Are you really bored, or you don't know what to do next, and you are stuck in that position. So I feel that that language also has to be explored with, I'm sure you're doing with your clients. What is it about, whether that other person has become boring, or you have personally become boring, that you don't know what else to do now. Yeah.
Well, how the way I see it, right? Sometimes laziness can also be a problem. Some people are just very
Exactly.
lazy. They're
Yeah.
so lazy. Oh no, why I don't want to go out. I don't want to talk. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to eat this. I don't want to learn this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to meet this person. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You say so much. You say no so often that you are closing yourself to all the possibilities. So there was this really crappy Jim Carrey movie I saw once called Yes Man. All right, and I mean, it's a really bad movie. But what I really liked in that movie is he cannot say no to anything, and then in that one day he says yes to everything, and he has a very ridiculously enriching and adventurous day. So it's very important to not be lazy. Don't be emotionally lazy. Don't be behaviorally lazy. All right, always find ways to inject a little bit of fun into things. I always believe, like, for me, humor is a very, very big value of mine. Sometimes I post funny videos as well, even on my Instagram. Just a little bit of, humor, some memes, some of this Insta Reels is there. I'm trying to figure it out. At 35, these are very new things to me, but I'm trying to have fun. I'll get a couple of likes. My students will come and say, "Sir, how are you doing all this? Oh, yeah, I didn't know you were like this also." So, what do you mean? Am I like some morose guy? What do I have, like a long beard or something? Am I giving you ashirwads? Come on now. We all want to have fun. You forget that I too was in college. And why is it that, have you ever heard this expression? They say, "Oh no, she's so old and now look, she wants to dress up. Oh no, he's so old." In Hindi, बुढ़ापे में उसको जवानी के शौक चढ़
Well,
रहे
I
हैं.
am doing reels at 48, so you are very
Beautiful, beautiful, right? That's wonderful. So this is a very ugly thing to say, right? That, oh, you're too old to have fun, or you're too old to go on a trek, or you do what old people are supposed to do: go and sit in the mandir and pray for your longevity. It's ridiculous. Who makes this stuff up? It's never too late to have fun. It's never too late to be curious. It's never too late to want to do better in your relationship. All right. As I said, help your partner, heal your partner, and most importantly, hear your partner with both ears. Yeah, the way I'm hearing you right now. Okay.
That's why we have two ears and one mouth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair point. Fair point.
Hear more than you can say, more than you can
Surely.
say. Meaning in relationship, of course, but then meaning in life too. And I think, I don't know how many people are looking at that, because when people are in relationship, it is all about, okay, we are a couple and we need to be seen doing things together. We just need to stick together and be doing things, and not, I can't go and do things on my own. And I personally feel that one should be developing themselves, and one should be developing each other at the same time. Be inspiration for each other and stay together as a couple. If you do, if you don't, you fall apart and go your own pathways. That is also possible. But I think when you are only looking at it as a couple, then it is restrictive sometimes, because you don't give each other enough space to develop, and not everybody is going to develop at the same pace.
That's a very good point. People grow at different speeds. Their appetite for learning greatly determines the speed as well. So don't be joined at the hip with your partner. Give him or give her space to do things that he or she loves. If she wants to watch her favorite show at night, don't force her to be on a call with you, all right? She's
Yeah.
also had a long day. Also one mistake I very commonly see is, people try to turn their spouses into their counselors, and then all they do is rant, 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 complain, complain,
For
complain.
that,
And
they
that's
have you, hopefully.
no, yeah, they have me. All right, I know. I will charge you a small sum for my time. But here's the thing: when you turn your partner into a counselor, so every night it's just like you're vomiting out how horrible your day was, and this happens with both genders. It's not gender specific.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, uh, what also happens is that can also lead to the onset of boredom. You say, "Arey yaar," the girl will say he has called again to crib about his boss and his project and the fact that he didn't get
Yeah.
his well-deserved raise, or he says, "Arey yaar," she's called again to talk about how her ex is constantly messaging her and telling her that he wants her back. And I'm so sick of hearing about this other man who I don't even know, as if his ghost is looming over us. So that also leads to boredom. So you've got to mix and match even the range of topics that you cover when you speak to your partner.
Is it necessary to share all about your past with your partner? So
See,
yeah, there's a
I do
long
think
answer to that.
very long, very long. See, here's the thing. What kind of past have you had? What were you like, assassin for hire, or like what were you like, Hank
You were
Moody in
in
Californication?
MI6.
Huh? Right?
You were
Who
in
are you like?
MI6, yeah, CIA agent.
Absolutely. Like, what are you, Jack Bauer? No, see, we're joking, of course. I don't want to take. I know Shravya. Shravya, here's the thing. Uh, what kind of partner do you have is very important. Do you have a partner who's mature, who's going to judge you for having a past, who's going to judge, oh, you were with such a foolish guy, oh, you were with such, you did this, you stole money, so if your partner is someone rational and practical, they're going to understand that, some dumb stuff that you did in your past doesn't necessarily translate to your present situation because you've grown past it. You've seen the light, so to speak, and you've kind of mended your ways. So how important? It's like this is very often asked to me, and I have done a video on this. Those who are following me about honesty. Like, all right, your grandmother has cancer, typical scenario, and she has 5 months to live. Do you tell her or no? कि भाई
Oh,
5 महीने बचे
please
हैं,
don't tell her.
हाँ 5 महीने बचे हैं, उल्टी गिनती चालू. Okay, nice knowing you. Or are you going to say, अरे कुछ नहीं होगा दादी जी, आप टेंशन क्या लेते हो? Doctors are here, we are here. ऐसे दवाई लेते रहो, मस्त मजा करेंगे. Because you want to give her those 5 months of dignity. See, there's no right or wrong answer
Yeah.
to that. Some people may say no. I say that what kind of personality is the Dadi ji? Is she like a Raki Gulzar Dadi ji who will spend 5 months in depression if you tell her she's going to die? Or she's going to be someone who doesn't like to be eclipsed from the truth. So it's not about right or wrong. It's about who are you dealing with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
if your partner is mature enough, is not going to judge you, of course you must share your past with your partner. It can even make for a very beautiful bonding moment because you may realize that there are certain elements from his or her past that are similar to what you've gone through. For example, if you're dating someone and they have been cheated on and you've been cheated on, my goodness, bonding is instant because you know how horrible that feels, isn't it? Because
yeah.
you've been through it.
It,
And then you also know that you would never do it to each other because you all have been on the other side of it. So that can lead to immense bonding. So it has to be contextually sensitive. Who are you dealing with? How's
yeah.
that person? And what kind of past do you have? Like, are you an assassin for hire in the past or whatever? So don't wrestle with your boredom. Use the boredom as a catalyst to revive your intentions, to revive your interest in certain things, and to sort of, as I said, navigate yourself through the choppy waters of life. Really, it's about knowing how to set your sail in a way that catches the wind. Okay, you
Yeah.
get my metaphor because one way or the other, you got to sail through the storm, or the storm will capsize your ship. So you're the captain of your ship. Sorry for the pirate metaphors. I'm playing a video game where there are pirates. So that's what's top of mind. All right. So understand that you will be bored, and there's no way of escaping it. No one escapes it. But what do you want to do with that boredom? Do you want to let it sort of, capsize your vessel? Or do you want to say, all right, we are bored. I get it. It happens. Relationships get tested. How do we want to bring something new to the relationship? How do you want to bring something juicy? How do you want to bring something, interesting? And
Yeah.
understand what is interesting for your partner as well, not just the, oh, I find this very interesting, so let's do it. It has to be negotiated as well. As I said, what are the hot buttons of your partner in terms of, oh, this I will never do, or this I will never see. or put myself through. So you may suddenly wake up one day and say, oh no, let's go skydiving. But what if your partner has vertigo? Or you may say, oh no, let's go scuba diving and swim with the sharks, and she has a fear of water. So you see, that can also lead to a bit of a fight if you make it a unilateral decision. So remember, every decision you make has to be negotiated with your partner. So get better at negotiating. Figure out how to speak better,
Oh, that's a
speak
skill for
respectfully.
sure.
Learn how to
Negotiation.
speak well.
Yeah.
Learn
Yeah.
how to slip your point in and not hammer it over their head.